Single moms, mothers, they do not get enough credit because people just expect you to do the job, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're married or whether you're single mom or not. People, it's just a job that you're expected to do. You open your legs, you have the baby, with or without help, you're expected to do the job. And you cannot complain. Good morning, good afternoon, y'all. So I had somewhat of a breakdown last week, and I decided that Mother's Day weekend was coming on. I decided I was just going to please myself in any way, shape, or form. Make myself happy. Like, try to neglect some of the bullshit that I'm dealing with. And I had a heart-to-heart with my friend, a friend of mine, who I discussed like some really deep thoughts. You know, sometimes you're dealing with your day-to-day life, and then your immediate family and friends, it's like you're not allowed to complain. You're not allowed to say, I'm fucking tired. You're not allowed to say, I'm dealing with this. You're not allowed to. I mean, I was going in fucking sane. Like, my brain wanted to fucking explode. I might get on here and I'm like, I'm recording my life like, I'm always in a good mood. But that's not the case. Day in, day out, I'm a mom 24/7. I might try to step out every once in a while, but even when I go on vacation or go away, like, I'm on this phone 24/7, time difference, calling about my daughter. And it's like the job never freaking stops. The only time that I'm really like at ease is when she's either with her father or I have a cousin of mine that she loves and adores, Sunida. Shout out to her. She's aside from those two, like, even when they're with family, sister, brother, nieces, like, whatever. Like, if I'm away, I'm consistently just calling and worried and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like a nonstop job. And then I was talking to my friend and I'm having a breakdown. I'm like, I'm so tired of being a mom. Like, it sounds so bad. But imagine never having a break. I give my hat out to everyone who does it. I give my hat out to everyone who fights through it, who don't have a lot of support system, who is consistently pushing, who overcomes stuff, who this, who that. Like, I take my hat out to you guys. But it's a tiring job, and my brain was really about to explode because I literally, like, even when you think you're taking a break, it's not really a break. You know, like, having a child is a worry 24/7, and it's hard, especially when you're doing it alone. So, I mean, tips, I'll take advice, I'll take everything, but I'm at a breaking point where I want to scream and run the fuck away. I love my daughter. I'll do anything for her. I live for her and everything, but, like, this weekend where I just, like, literally just kind of free myself, it was really a cry for help. Like, I've been going through it. I mean, I realized, like, yeah, I've dealt with postpartum, but honestly, postpartum never really goes away, especially if you don't get help for it. I've talked about it, but if you don't change some things, like, you're still dealing with a little bit of it, and I'm tired. So, any advice, any tips? I get words and encouragement. I have, like, great people around me that always encourages me whenever I'm going crazy. But being a single mom is fucking tiring. It's hard. and taking care of you, which is what I've been trying to do. And then I go through these moments where I stop taking care of me, where I'm like, okay, let myself go for a little bit. But it's hard to take care of you, and maybe I was just not ready. I don't know. I know I sound horrible. I sound so bad right now. People with support, you guys are so blessed. Like, you guys are extremely blessed. But single parenting, whew. Whew. Oh, Jesus. The backup is so needed. The reinforcements are needed. You know, like, it's necessary, it's needed, and sometimes you just really need that break. And I'm talking about a mental break, like just to escape from parenting from like 2 seconds, and it never really goes away because your child is always in the back of your mind. Thing ever, like being able to vent to a friend of mine that's in LA. Like, I was able to vent and like really released, and it was very helpful for me, because anytime that I do discuss it with people that are close to me, with people in my surroundings, and like close friends and families or something like that, it's like I'm not allowed to complain. I'm not allowed to say this is hard. I'm not allowed to say I'm stressed out. I'm not allowed to say I need a break. And it sucks not being allowed to say this is tough. It sucks. I'm not allowed to say that. As a mom, you're not allowed to say you need a break, and you just seem like a bad mom. I take my hat out to the women who does it gracefully. I take my hat off to them. I admire so many great mothers out there. I admire you guys. Like, you guys push through. I mean, some people mental state is just not stable to deal with certain stuff, or it becomes too much, or like, you have to take care of your mental. It's not, you're not only doing it for you, but you're doing it for the child as well, because you have no idea how much, when you're dealing with things, your child could see it. Like, they could see the stress, and you try to hide it as much as you can, and that in itself is a job, okay? Because then you're internalizing things. You don't know when it's going to come out, and you get that moment alone where you just want to scream. Single moms, mothers, they do not get enough credit, because people just expect you to do the job, whether you're in a relationship, or whether you're married, or whether you're single mom or not. People, it's just a job that you're expected to do. You open your legs, you have the baby, with or without help, you're expected to do the job, and you cannot complain. Okay? And then it's also a challenge out there, because even with my working career, once you mention there's a baby, once you mention you have a child, then it limits you, and then people start looking at you like, you have things you dealing with, you're not qualified, or they don't really want to mess with you, because they know with a child the responsibility. And you know, my worry before was because a lot of people don't know that my daughter had dealt with my daughter didn't talk until the age of 4, so it was scary. I couldn't just walk away. I had to be present. I had to make sure she's okay. And there's certain things you know about your child, and you pick up on your child that other people might not be aware of, you know. Like, there were a few delays and stuff like that I had to deal with. And so I had to be very precautious and always vigilant. And I couldn't just say, okay, drop my child over here. I'm never that type of mom that could just drop my daughter here. You just can't leave your child just anywhere. Like, no. A child is so freaking fragile, and I have never wanted my child to be a victim, because I need some freedom. So yeah, I had to put her first. I had had to say, this is her. Like, it's all about her, and I have to be present. And I can't do certain things because I have to be here. I can't take certain opportunities because I have to be here. I can't, like, now I'm at a point where, okay, the age is getting better. And I could scream now. And I did. I had a breakdown this week. So that's what Mother's Day was really about for me.